If bees disappeared tomorrow, most of your favorite foods would vanish. And that's just the beginning. Not slowly, not over decades. Immediately. Because nearly 1/3 of everything you eat exists because of a tiny interaction most people never even notice. And it's happening right now beneath your feet. But here's the strange part. Most people walk past it every single day without ever seeing it. Welcome, curious minds. I am Professor Alstien. And today, we are stepping into a hidden world where life doesn't just survive. It seduces, adapts, and begins again. This is not just biology. This is a 50-million-year-old love story that feeds the entire planet. Look closely at a flower. It may seem still, silent, almost decorative. But inside it something extraordinary is happening. A transaction. A gamble. A silent exchange that decides whether life continues or ends. Every flower is built for one purpose, reproduction. But unlike animals, plants cannot move. They cannot search. They cannot chase. So instead, they evolved something far more powerful. They learned how to attract. Bright colors. Complex patterns. Sweet, intoxicating scents. To us it feels like beauty, but in nature it is a strategy. A signal designed to pull something in. And then the visitor arrives. A bee, drawn in by the promise of nectar. It lands and begins to feed, but without realizing it, it picks up something else. Pollen. Thousands of microscopic grains clinging to its body. Invisible, but essential. And when that same bee lands on another flower, that pollen rubs off onto a tiny surface waiting for it. This moment, this exact transfer, is called pollination. It may seem small, almost invisible, but this is where everything begins. Because once that pollen lands, it starts a journey deep inside the flower, moving toward its core, and when it reaches its destination, a seed is formed. And from that seed comes fruit, food, and life. But this is not random. This is precision. A system refined over more than 50 million years. Every color, every scent, every shape designed to guide that bee exactly where it needs to go. And this matters more than most people realize. Because every third bite you take exists because of this process. Apples, almonds, tomatoes, coffee, chocolate, all depend on pollinators. But something is going wrong. Across the world, bee populations are collapsing. Entire colonies are disappearing with no clear warning. A phenomenon scientists call colony collapse disorder. And if this continues, the consequences will not be slow. They will be catastrophic. No pollination means no crops. No crops means food shortages. Food shortages lead to global instability. And eventually it reaches all of us. And the unsettling part is this. Most people won't notice it at first. There will be no sudden collapse. Instead it will happen slowly, quietly. Shelves will still be there, but with less variety. Prices will rise. Nutrition will decline. Choices will shrink. Until one day you realize something fundamental has changed, and you can't pinpoint when it began. And it all traces back to a single silent exchange. A bee, a flower, a moment of transfer. But nature is not without alternatives. Some plants do not rely on pollinators at all. Strawberry plants, for example, send out runners, stems that grow into new plants without needing a bee. A different strategy, a backup system, but still part of the same larger cycle. Because the goal of nature is not perfection. It is a continuation. Everything eventually decays. Everything eventually changes. But life always finds a way to move forward. Again and again and again. So the next time you see a flower, pause. Or hear the faint hum of a bee, look closer. Because you are not just witnessing nature. You are witnessing a system that is actively keeping you alive right now without asking for anything in return. And the truth is we are not separate from this system. We are part of it. Completely dependent on it whether we realize it or not. So protect it, respect it, preserve it. Because when you protect them, you are not saving nature. You are saving yourself. This has been Professor Alstien. And remember, the most powerful systems in the universe are often the ones you never notice, happening silently right beneath your feet.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon for more amazing content.
Until next time, stay curious.